Timber stand improvement is an important aspect of forest management. One of the common ways to use timber stand improvement in Oklahoma is herbicide application. For wildlife objectives, we may want to thin a forest to create a herbaceous response in the understory. And there are several methods that you can use to achieve this. Herbicide is one of the most common, and there's both selective and non-selective methods of herbicide. Sort of a non-selective would be something like tebuthioron, which comes in a pelletized form, and you can spread that with just a cyclone seed spreader. And why it's non-selective is it's soil activated, so any roots that come in contact with that herbicide, that plant is at risk of being killed, that woody plant. So if you just want to create gaps or long, open, linear features through the forest and you don't really care about what species or what size class of tree you're removing, that might be a quick and easy method. A more selective method is something like a hack and squirt or a stump treatment. And you could use a herbicide such as imazapyr, triclopyr, or even glyphosate in those applications. And be sure to read the label rates, because the amount of herbicide you'll have to apply for those different herbicides will vary depending on which herbicide you're using and what the concentrate of that herbicide is. The stump treatment's very simple. You just cut the tree off and you spray the cambium. A lot of times people do this for smaller trees. For larger trees, often the hack and squirt is used, and this is where you're just making hack marks into the cambium, either with a hatchet, a saw or chainsaw, and then you put the appropriate amount of herbicide in that cup that you've created with the hatchet, and allow that herbicide to kill that tree. And how many hack marks you make around the tree will be determined by the diameter and also the herbicide you're using. So again, make sure to read the label rates for those applications. Any of these methods, though, can be used to really change the forest overstory and understory structure. And then you can use something like prescribed fire to maintain that over time. Periodic fire will continue to stimulate the understory vegetation and also to control undesirable woody plants from coming into that site, such as eastern red cedar. And how often you use that prescribed fire will depend on your objectives. If it's for white-tailed deer, you might be burning once every 3 to 4 years. If it's for bobwhite, perhaps every 2 to 3 years. But consider some of these timber stand improvement methods if you own and manage forest land for wildlife.